Much before small town people became the poster boys and poster girls of the world, there was somebody who gave everything that she had for India. From a lady who had to stand outside the Olympic Association waiting in a queue, to today the person who heads the Olympic Association of India. From a person who I've seen who's a very shy speaker, but eventually now has become the deputy speaker of the Rajya Sabha. She's a story in herself, and she's a person who many movies should be made from. It gives me great pleasure and honor to be able to welcome you to I.I.M.U.N's Role Model Series. Thank you very much for doing this, PT Usha, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Rishabh. You can ask me the questions now.
She speaks only as much as necessary. This is the big difference between...
Not that to give you, I came today from Bhubaneswar, then I went to Parliament session, it was adjourned, then I have to go to IOA, but I felt a little bit tired, but I didn't go to IOA. Why? Because I don't want to visit today. I was waiting for you only.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for doing this. And more than me, honestly, there are 2,500 students who are watching, ma'am. Yeah. So you are an inspiration for them, which is why I really wanted you to talk about your life to them. And, these are the role models we need. But, ma'am, if I may ask you, in today's day and age, everybody has good sporting equipment. We have, we have better facilities, better infrastructure. And in your time, ma'am, you didn't even have a pair of shoes. Like, we've spoken about this. You've told me yet you managed to achieve the impossible. Do you think today we have more infrastructure and facilities and less medals, and we should perhaps get more medals now?
Actually, compared to my time actually it was nothing. Even I have seen the synthetic track when I went to Moscow. And even initially to get spikes for me, foreign spikes, it was very tough. But now every state and every district synthetic track is there, and lot of techno gym and lot of gym are there, and lot of facilities are like improved, nutritionist and sports medicine doctors and sports physio. Everything is provided now, but not in our time. But still I could do well. Why? Because my focus fully on sports. For me, there is no need of track. Even wherever I stay, wherever I will be, I will make that place as a track at that time. My focus is fully on training and whatever I want to achieve. That my aim was like that. Now facilities are improved. We started getting the medal in world level also. But we have to get more and more. For that, I think we have a scheme of grassroots level support for Khelo India and everything. But we need more stress on grassroots level again. To get your admission in Khelo India also, you have to win somewhere. But under 13 years girl, where to win? What competition? Real talent will be there somewhere in remote areas. We have to get them in a right time. We have to select the right talent, and in a long term training is systematically and scientific way, we have to provide every facilities, and then we can expect more world-class medals.
Then we can expect more world-class medals. And I know your dream, ma'am, is to make sure we win maximum medals across the world and we make India proud. So, and I've seen the way that you function at the Olympic Association also. Your doors are always open. But ma'am, let me ask you this question, because lots of students from I.I.M.U.N, they go on to become politicians, they go on to become authors, lawyers, they become change makers. I'm the only one left behind. So all of these people, they look up to role models. For me, yes, I read about you, ma'am, in my textbook. Yes. Today, I am getting a chance to be able to talk to you. There are a lot of people who look up to people like you. But there are also a lot of people who look up to other kinds of people now. Because today, there are all kinds of role models available.
Yes.
So, if you are to guide the younger generation and recommend what are the qualities that they should be having? What are the qualities that the next generation of leaders should have according to you?
I think everybody's have the quality, talent, maybe in a different field. but whatever we were aimed, but for that they should keep fully focused on that only. For that, hard work, no compromise. They have to keep the aim for whatever they want to be, and they should do a lot of hard work for that. And success is 100% there, no doubt, because no other alteration for thing. Hurdles will be there naturally everywhere, but they should not worry about all those things, and then focus on their event in anything their focus. And if they do hard work, they will be able to achieve their uh, whatever they want.
They will be achieved.
My thing is always, I have done sports not for nothing. Like when I started my sports, just for when I was in 4th standard, I ran with a girl who won the medal in the sub-jilla meet. She was in 7th. And I want to run with her and win, and I won. When I started, like when I was 16, I started participated in the. I got selection in the Moscow Olympics. Then 82 onwards, started winning the medal, and then I wanted to win always. So like that, I have won 103 international medals, and in my sports career I missed only the Olympic medal by 1/100th of a second. So that is only because of lack of exposure. My leg was in front. I could have dipped my chest ahead and could have won the medal also. But I have not done. It all comes with the exposure. So and afterwards, whatever I am getting, everything because of my sports only. So that is why once when you do focus on your event and achievement, everything will come to you later, no doubt.
So just be hardworking. Don't be hardly working.
Yes.
Right? That is hardworking. This is hardly working. So that is the difference, which is why I'm taking your interview. But but no, I'm delighted that you said that young people should only focus on the thing that they are, that is their eventual life aim. It should be like Arjun in Mahabharata, when he sees only the bird and he doesn't see anything else.
Yes.
And that is what your message is, if I am correct in understanding that.
Yes.
You should only look at the bird. Don't look at anything in and around. Focus on your objective.
Thing, yes. Then you will be able to whatever you want to be, no doubt. Then go do work.
This is great advice. This is simple advice, but great advice. And I recommend to all the young people who are watching to actually follow this. Ma'am, if there is one incident that has made you into who you are today, what would that one incident be?
For sports, I came just for like running with the champion of the district, and I have started sports career has come just like that. And every year I participate in the. When I was in under 16, I participate under 14, in under 16. When I was just above 16, I have to participate for the women section, because that time it was no under 18, under 20. Now everything is there, under 18 also, under 20 also. Then women's come. And like that, I have participated and won 103 international medals. And afterwards, afterwards I started academy, Usha School of Athletics, because for me every time my mind was there. No, I could have won the medal, and I didn't. I have not won the medal because of lack of exposure and experience. But I know that what are all the facilities I missed in my sports career. So I wanted to give everything to my youngsters, and ultimate aim is to achieve the Olympic medal and international medal. Like, so I started academy, and it was lot of hurdles from there to now. It's full of hurdles only. From started 2002 to now, it is hurdle only. But still, I'm not worried about all those things. But my girls are 2 Olympian we produced, and 78 international medals, and then 8 international athletes, and many national athletes are there. So we are doing everything free and not getting any fees, nothing. We are doing good. And afterwards, I am a senior officer in railways. I am just sitting my home. Simply, I was sitting my home, and my concentration is on sports. But to become MP, I am not at all. I am not at all. I expected this. No, it's, I think, because of Prime Minister only I had come in this position.
Ma'am, you have done so much. The Prime Minister and the country are lucky to have you.
I have done so much for the country. Maybe earlier also I have done. I could have come easy earlier also, but I have come only now. So
Ma'am, the Prime Minister and the country are lucky to have you. Whenever we are just very lucky. I keep saying this. People say that we live in the era of Prime Minister Modi, and I'll say this on record. People say that we live in the era of Prime Minister Modi. Some say we live in the era of Joe Biden. I say we live in the era of PT Usha. We are very lucky to be around when you are around. But ma'am, and I've seen you in the as the president of the Olympic Association. I saw you that day, ma'am. I saw that you had your door open. Koi bhi aaya. Whoever came, you entertained that person. I mean, even I came and you entertained me also. So the thing is that you entertained everyone, whether it was the president of a state association, whether it was your staff member, whether it was everybody. Ma'am, today in schools, because this is going to go to schools from different stratas of society, whether it is the not so privileged to all the IB schools. So all these schools, many principals are also watching. Ma'am, sometimes I've seen principals don't keep an open door policy. Politicians also don't keep an open door policy, but I won't go to the politicians. But schools may principals be open door policy nahi rakhte. Why do you think it is so important in order to keep an open door policy? Why do you keep it? Why do you keep it?
Maybe school principals are keeping because they wanted to maintain the discipline. Maybe I don't I don't know. But for me, so long I have done sports. But I have never seen the president sitting where President I.I.M.U.N was sitting. I always come backside. I used to collect my kit or my students' kit and then go. So, because lot of problem will be there for the players, no? Because anyway, the Olympic Association, somebody comes means they will be an elite group only. They are the grassroots level, elite group only will come to I.I.M.U.N normally. So to go to Asian Games or maybe Olympics. So if they want to come to our to see president, 100% something will be there for. So for that, this is for the players. So I want to know. I just want to. I'm giving the chance for players. The access should be there in I.I.M.U.N office to see the president and to see their problems. Those things. That is why I allow everybody there.
So this is it's very humble of you. You are an apostle of humility. I've seen you in person. Every time I used to see you, you used to stand up. It used to become embarrassing for me. I said, "Ma'am, you are the advisor. I am the student, not the other way around." So I know that I know you are just being very humble, but ma'am, it's a lesson. It's honestly a lesson for not just principals, but I will say this: it's a lesson for every politician or aspiring politician as well. That it's very necessary to keep your doors open, because the people who are coming to meet you are essentially the ones who are looking to give you some feedback or looking for some feedback from you. And like ma'am said, not everybody is going to enter the office of the president of the Olympic Association. It's some people who are somewhat important. But ma'am, I must tell you this: there are very few offices in Delhi that follow the same practice that you follow. In fact, there are very few offices in the country that follow the practice that you follow. So I'm very glad that you mentioned this. The next thing I want to ask you: many students from I.I.M.U.N join politics, many of them. Don't ask me why, but they do. The idea hopefully is that in order to change the country in the small way that they want to. But ma'am, you are presiding over the Rajya Sabha, and you see people from A party and B party and C party. And without going into the party and the politics and all of that, my question to you is: if somebody who is an aspiring parliamentarian is watching you, what do you think what is your message to that aspiring parliamentarian or politician?
I am very new in Parliament, Rajya Sabha. And even when he named mine as a vice chairperson, I was worried. And I went and asked chairman also. A lot of senior MPs are there. Then why you put me? Then he said, in that you are you most deserved person to sit in that chair. He told me. Then I said, okay. Then I was worried because I also don't know. No. So slowly I am learning everything. I was in neutral. I want to give the correct time. Whatever they have given for the people not to speak 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Not 2 minutes. I was not worried about that actually. Tell you the truth. I am allowed to talk.
No, but ma'am, you are seeing you are also there's a great sense of humor, and what you're saying is true that you give the allotted time to people, and that is something that normally is not given. But uh, but ma'am, what I'm trying to get at is in Parliament sometimes there's a lot of shouting that happens, and
Huh.
what is your message to the younger aspiring politicians? What quality should they have, or how should they be when they come to Parliament? Suppose there is a 24-year-old watching you. He's
Huh.
an aspiring parliamentarian. He's
Huh.
going to join Parliament, say 2 years from now.
Huh.
Now, what is your message to that young person who's aspiring to join Parliament in terms of as a vice chairperson of Rajya Sabha?
I also don't know what to say to you, but whatever, maybe he may be asking some, like his party, he may be asking questions, no? Like he want to something will be there for him. Like when he comes to the when he come to this house, so he should properly, he should whatever he want to do, that he should do and then go. Try to do as early as means, like he should say things and go. At least he should get it. Like whatever presentation should.
He should make a proper presentation of points and facts. That is what you're saying.
Thanks. And he should whatever he want, it should be done. The whatever he allotted the time in till he should do, and he should convince the chairman.
So don't overstep your time. Stick to your time.
Yeah.
But but I'm only asking you because, ma'am,
And
you are unbiased.
Also,
You are
whatever they have to keep some technically some things, rules and regulation will be there. Maximum they should obey on that also. That they should be very careful about that. With what, how they should speak and what they should speak. So all those things will be there. No, in that way they should go.
there's the reason I asked this question because you are nominated by the president.
Yes.
And you are neither BJP nor Congress nor CPIM nor TMC. You are India. So for me, that is why I wanted you to tell the young people, saying, stick to your time. Like you said, stick to your time. You follow the rules and you try to make sense and make facts and points in Parliament when you get a chance.
Yes.
And ma'am, my question then to you is, this is about role models. You are a role model for all of us and for the children. Who was your role model?
When I was doing sports, at that time in India, I have seen only one name, that is Milkha Singh. And he's Parakam Singh. And lot of fun and all about him I learned. And when it comes to the Olympic charter, his name was there. Then when I started doing sports, like started doing sports, especially I started hurdling and all. Then my concentration has gone to hurdler Edwin Moses. He used to cross 13 strides, full hurdles. He crossed 13 strides. Then every like Usain Bolt, when he accelerates and when he runs, like every time I used to think that 5 minutes before he stopped the race, that is the Olympic record now. He could have run much better, that day when he was not showing his hand and fully he ran 100 meters at that time. So actually in India, my role model was Milkha Singh. Then it slowly, when I started hurdle, it shifted to Edwin Moses. So he's from my thing you were saying.
I'm saying, ma'am, that we can see many qualities of your role models in you, and which is why how important is it for young people to choose a role model, and how should they choose a role model? Suppose there's a young person, should he choose a role model, and how should they choose a role model according to you?
Maybe many people used to, yesterday also I went to Agnivir, pass out period, and many are telling me, madam was our role model, and we want to become like madam. Like that, many girls have come and told me that. I don't know what they have seen on me. Maybe because I have started my course 14 years, and still my name will be there. I'm not doing sports so sudden, and one name, one Asian medal, and then disappear. And my performance was so gradually built up, and it came to every Asian Games, every Asian Championship, so long sports career. And now also in the sports field, maybe doing something for the country every time. So that is why they are maybe inspiration for their inspiration. They say that me. So it should be when they select the lady or the ideal, it should be a very good one. Then follow on that and do, then they'll be able to be a champion or anything like whatever it should. It should be a good one.
So basically, she's saying to all the viewers, saying, please choose role models like PT Usha. Don't choose role models like Rishabh Shah. That is the message from this conversation that she's saying.
Rishabh, you are also doing very big thing. Yeah, you are done I.I.M., and then you are doing all things. So many good things you are doing. No, so naturally your things also people will inspire.
This is very kind of you. I don't take 99% of what I say. I don't take seriously, apart from the question that I ask. So,
Yeah.
but there's one thing about I.I.M.U.N, and I must ask you this: that at I.I.M.U.N, one of the things is we talk about India, and I was talking to Srinivasan ji as well. For me, the whole purpose of I.I.M.U.N is to produce young people whose heart beats for India. Whether it is in India or outside India, people should know about India.
Correct.
This is the purpose of I.I.M.U.N.
Yes.
And that is why I'm very glad that there are people such as you who are a part of the organization. But ma'am, the reason why I say this is there are very few people who can speak about India. One is people from the armed forces, who I always salute every time I see them.
Yes.
And second are people like you, who have dedicated their life for a country and for a cause, which is in terms of sports. Ma'am, what according to you is India, and who according to you is an Indian?
Whenever I go for sports, my everything will come for my country only. See, I was proud to say that when I went to the Olympics in Seoul, it was, see, so many people are there in our country. India was in 14th position at that time. We have won only 5 gold medals, and in that I have won 4 medals for our country. So the country means full country was proud of my achievements, and I made my country in 14 to 4. So I always want to my country always in top in everywhere. I wanted my
I can see
country everything for me. That is why I am doing for the country only. Every time country on my country should be in top everywhere. That is what I mean that. You plus explain. Rishabh, you know much more than me about things. Please explain it.
no, it is it's very kind of you, and you've explained it really well. I think the best example of an Indian is a person who we are in conversation with. It's party agnostic. It is religion agnostic. The person is revered by everybody for their contribution to the country, and I think that's what young people should aspire to be, irrespective of the political party, irrespective of what you do in life, whether you become an actor or a lawyer or a doctor. I think your heart should beat for the country, and that's something that PT Usha has shown us, that she's yet running for the country, and now she's running the country in many a way. First she was running for the country, and now you are running the country. But let me ask you the last set of questions. It's a rapid fire. It is a rapid fire. You have to tell me what is the first thought that comes to your mind when I say the following words. Okay, it's a fun game. The first thought that comes to your mind when I say the following words. It's fun. It's very light. When I say food, what comes to your mind?
Fish curry, fish Malaysian.
Fish.
Fish that that what to say in Malayalam we say fish Malaysian. Fish curry only, fish gravy, like with spicy.
So, I remember that the next time you come to I.I.M.U.N, we'll make sure we have that.
Yes.
But when I say vacation, when I say holiday, what is the first thought that comes to your mind?
Oh my home, Payyoli.
So, Payyoli is where you go back home and then you train young girls.
No holidays for me, but I say Payyoli.
No, but I'm hoping that all you young people are actually listening to this. She's saying no holiday. She's achieved everything in her life. And yet she's saying that she wants to go back for a holiday to her hometown to actually train young people. But ma'am, when I say Indian Olympic Association, what is the thought that comes to your mind?
India should be in by 2036 top 10. India should be in top 10 in sports. That is my aim now.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. And ma'am, when I say sport, what is the thought that comes to your mind? When I say sports or sport, what comes to your mind?
My gold medal, I made India to be in top. Sports. Athletics means sports.
When I say youth, ma'am, when I say youth, at that juncture?
Youth? Rishabh.
I know who's giving you these answers. I know the person who's giving you these answers. and when I say I.I.M.U.N, when I say I.I.M.U.N, what is the thought that comes to your mind?
Whatever India International Movement
to United Nations.
United Nations. And whatever.
Unite all Indians among the international nations.
Unite all Indians to one. You are doing that. That is why I am for you every time when you call me.
No, and I am very grateful and very glad that there are people like you who are around us. And there is one person who I would like to say, people say that behind every successful man, there is a woman. But behind every successful woman, there is also a man.
Should be.
And therefore, behind you, Usha, there is...
Yes. 100%, no doubt. Why? Because after retirement from athletics, I had come to sports field because of my family only. So he supports me whatever I want to be. So it is easy for me. So you are right.
No, there is he's a pillar of strength. How do you think the situation has changed for female athletes over time? What conscious decisions do you think still need to be taken to bring better opportunities for female athletes?
I think there is in 1980s, if I can come in the sports field and if I can do good performance in world class level, and now it is lot of precautions are there. I think women should show their like they should be very strong, and whatever they can say whatever they need and whatever they want to be. Lot of precautions are there. Lot of facilities are for girls if they have any problem. They should not wait for to be a lot of. They should not wait for it become big problem. So I think now a lot of things are there. In take about I.I.M.U.N. Whatever the problems is there for women, it is their women athletic commission is there for them. They can straight away and come and tell to a commission. They should respond immediately. Whenever they have a problem, they should respond properly and timely so that there won't be any problem. They should not keep it in that and then make it huge and then go. That is not good.
This is the headline for tomorrow's newspaper. The last question I'm just going to ask you is from a young girl called Shree, who is from Chennai, and she says, she's asked you saying, ma'am, you are an inspiration for so many girls to take up the field of sports. Today in schools, sports have become compulsory in a huge way because of people like you. But yet, sports are not graded. What is your message to schools to make sports as a part of school curriculum and to grade them?
Because I think they need more support in school. I think some schools are showing interest management, some schools are not showing. Even though it is a drill period is there, means also some of the school will not send them to the ground. They will be maybe a special class, or they will be in computer room and all. It has to change actually. Every drill period means drill period, they have to play. They should allow them to play. And every institution should have minimum 200 meters and basic training facility should be there. That should be compulsory. And they should do whatever initial stage itself, like when they were like LKG, UKG, walking itself, walking, playing, whatever they want to play, let them, we should allow them to play. Like you see, we have every other subject we are studying, no, like that. Slowly when they become after fifth standard, it should be like other social studies, maths and English subjects should be there for sports also, so that everybody should compel to do sports. And you can, lot of participation will be there for in the field. You can get the good talent in that. Not that only you can go in a different way of any field. Even those who don't want to do sports or anything, the doing exercise, game, everything will make their healthy. You know, they can do sports also for after that.
So sports should be a part of curriculum so that they can improve in their life overall, and then later on they can do whatever they want to do.
Exactly. They can do whatever they want. Even if they don't want to do sports or anything, but their health will be also, it is good for health also, so that they can take another field also for jogging, exercise and things will help them to do the other field also.
I was a very fat kid in school, I must tell you. And my teacher said, Rishabh, then you become thin. I'm sorry?
You have to increase your weight at least 2 kg more.
I'm saying, ma'am, in school, I used to be a really plump kid. So they made me play sports. So I lost a lot of weight and I became normal.
Yes.
And now hopefully I have to gain kgs and not lose kgs. So it's a good thing. Yeah. But ma'am, it's been a pleasure. You know, Mahatma Gandhi said this. He said, one must become as humble as the dust before he can discover the truth. And you, ma'am, speak the unflinching truth. You are somebody who is very humble and as humble as the dust. And which is the reason why today in a country full of VIPs, everybody wants to become a VIP. In a country full of VIPs, there is a P. That is, there is a person who is bigger than all the VIPs. It gives me great pleasure and honor to always be able to say that you are a board member, an advisory board member as I.I.M.U.N. And I am so glad that from all the people that we have interviewed, from the A.R. Rahmans of the world to the Karan Johars to all the ministers and everyone, I wanted you to come and talk to the children. Ma'am, thank you very much for doing this. And thank you for being such a wonderful role model.
Thank you, Rishabh. I am also very happy. Thank you.
Towards the end also, she kept it short and sweet. This is the thing you need to learn. Keep it short and sweet. Don't talk so much. But thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much.